I'm going to throw this one out there, and whoever wants to answer it can jump in. It says, it seems like the peer pressure and pressure from educators on a child that opts out would be unbearable for the child. How does that work?
Anybody's welcome to talk about this, but you are correct. There will be a minority of parents that opt out their children. And most of these classes, there's 10 hours of required instruction for comprehensive sexualized education in junior high and 10 hours in high school. So you can imagine a junior higher or a high schooler all of a sudden not showing up for a class that's being taught to everybody else. Do you think that puts a target on their back? Absolutely it does. So this is a very unfortunate reality that we're faced with.
And the peer pressure that they would face, I mean, you have to balance it with the psychological damage of them being subjected to that. And, you know, the reality is, especially for those of you who are Christian parents, raising your kids in the fear and admonition of the Lord, you know, there is going to be pressure, and that's a real world situation. So that's a milestone that you can talk to your kid about and deal with it, and it will help them grow. You know, those things, when children have to struggle with some of these things, it helps them as long as it's under your, you know, you're guiding them and you're talking them through this. It might be hard. It might be tough. We're not up here telling you that it's easy. You know, I stood up and talked about opt-out. It's not easy. It's not easy to be actively involved. It's not easy to, you know, have your kid be the one kid that opted out. But we're not here to tell you what's easy. You know, the hard road is worth it.
The rationale for having this enforced indoctrination is to create a safe school environment and climate. And they've done this due to testimonials of apparently, you know, kids saying they felt bullied. So what we need to do is, I've had kids already telling me, we had a student in Irvine who was kicked out of class because he said, no, I believe gender is male and female. And he was actually disciplined for that. There was another kid, a kid in my own youth group, who said, I said, say what you think, you know, express yourself. This was a high school student. She said, I can't, that's social suicide. And I'm thinking to myself, how is this creating a safe school climate? This is creating more hostility. There was another student, a junior higher, who said when he raised his hand and spoke up and said that he believed gender was God ordained and marriage was between a man and a woman and his own personal beliefs, he got a text from another kid and said, you hater, why don't you just kill yourself? See, these are real situations, and we need to expose these things, that this is not creating a safe climate.